Today we visit two individuals who have won awards and praise for their work. Each has influenced and changed perception in Asia in their own areas of expertise. We speak to Simon Squibb, the managing director of a high-end design and marketing company who has set himself apart with his unique and effective advertising, and Joanna Ho, an international success whose modern women's fashion labels draw on both Western and Eastern influences. Simon Squibb is the managing director of a successful design and marketing company based in Hong Kong. He has worked for 13 years in marketing and brand management in 3 countries. Simon has set himself apart with his unique and effective advertising campaigns, gaining a reputation for marketing excellence and creative ingenuity. Over the years, his skills have gained him high-profile clients from leading corporations and brand names.
My talent, if I can call it that, is marketing and marketing strategies. The concept of an idea, a marketing idea, and then having a service where you can make that idea real within the graphic arena, print ad, online design, a flyer even, whatever it may be for the delivery of the concept, seemed to be a good idea for us to team up and offer that one-stop solution. So that's what basically happened. So 4 years ago we set up Fluid. Here we are 4 years later with what I think is quite a successful design agency, offering clients a one-stop solution on how to promote their business in Asia. I think my role basically is to look after the customers and make sure the customers are on the right track as far as getting themselves more customers. So my job is to constantly review what our clients are doing, both advertising-wise, promotion-wise, event-wise, looking to see how we can maximise their businesses for them and bring in more clients for them, sell more product for them, get them their brand out in front of more people. So that's really my job. And I work very closely with the creative team to also not just design stuff that looks beautiful, of course that's important, but also design stuff that ultimately sells products for our clients or gets more people to visit our clients' shops, or whatever it may be. From day to day, different things inspire me. I think that Hong Kong is one of those places anyway. I've been to most countries in Asia, including what I term as quite proactive places like Singapore, but Hong Kong has a buzz about it all of its own, where you watch people, very humble people, that live in beautiful houses on the Peak and drive Ferraris that have come from nothing and succeeded, to people working very hard day in, day out to achieve their goals, and that inspires me. One of the things I was thinking today, actually, I met with a client who has quit their job. They worked in this particular company for 10 years. Their life savings, they're throwing into a new venture, and they come to Fluid and they trust us. They invest in us to invest in them, and they pay a lot of money to employ our services to create their brand, create their website, create their company brochure, help them position their company so that they are successful. And that person is taking their life and you can say taking a risk. And when they take that risk, they ask us to help them along the way. And that inspires me to never let that client down. That inspires me to say, wow, that person's taking a chance to do something, is easily spoken about but not easily done, taking their life savings and throwing it into something, taking their career and throwing it in a completely new direction where they're self-employed, a lot of responsibility, and it inspires me. Even today that happened, it inspires me. Hong Kong is a complicated place, and there are a lot of challenges here as far as being a design and marketing agency. It's very easy to criticise Hong Kong. It's got a lot of strengths, but it has some weaknesses, and one of its weaknesses is that speed in Hong Kong is always so important. And in this world where everything's becoming commercial, design is something that you cannot just plug in and play. It really is a process that requires a mind's attention to it, like a painter. Of course, you can get a machine to paint a picture with exact precision, but you're never going to have that creativity, that uniqueness, that flair that's going to make one high-profile publication stand out from another. And from our perspective, one of the frustrations in this market is definitely making people understand that true creativity takes time. You can't put a production timeline on it. And I forever spend my time saying to clients, it won't take just 2 days. It may take a week. And in Hong Kong, a week's a long time. And if you speak to agencies in the UK, what takes us a week still takes them 2 months. So even a week here is 3 days too long. That's definitely a challenge. And then making people understand the difference between someone that says they're a designer and someone that says they understand marketing and true results, true delivery. In Hong Kong, it's tough making people understand the difference between a copy version from China and the original high quality product. And I'm sure that's not a problem that I'm the only one with. But as a design agency, I find it frustrating to make Hong Kong and Asia Pacific understand that quality is not something that you can easily do, and it's cheap and it's turnkey. It's an effort and time consuming. Yeah, I think if I was to say there was no one else around like us, I'd be naive. But there's no one with our personalities, our passion. So I think that's something that sets you apart. You care about the client, you care about what you're doing. Instantly, that puts you in a certain bracket instead of just do a job, invoice, get the money in, next job please. I believe with all my heart that we care about what we're doing for the clients, and that sets us apart. However, there are companies here that also think like that and work very hard for their clients. So what then sets us apart, I think sometimes, is the quality of the materials that the creative team produce. It's not mass produced, it is unique. A lot of attention has been given to the detail, and I think that you add that with passion and you mix it with one of our key strengths, which is we are a design and marketing company. So we don't just design ads, as I said earlier, to win awards. We're not interested in winning awards, actually. We're interested in selling more product for our clients. The design business in Asia is still going through a maturity transition. I guess as the WTO kicks in China, and the companies with very strong brand understand the benefit of advertising, understand how it all works and moves into China, then this part of the world has to get its act together, because otherwise the Chinese-based businesses and companies lose their edge. As this market develops, our clients, for example, they don't want to be copying someone else, they want to be a market leader themselves. So I think that in Hong Kong, my company anyway certainly looks to work with the companies who want to be market leaders, not market copiers. But unfortunately, I think the design business generally here, you have a lot of people that say they're designers and say that they are marketing people, but they don't really understand what those terminologies mean. When you say marketing to someone and you say, what does that mean? That means, some people think it means just saying hello to a client and showing them your business card. It's so much more, there's so much to it. You ask me, what do I think the future of the design business is? I think it's a tough road for companies like mine to educate people the difference between people that say they're designers and the reality of what a design is to bring in sales. If you'd asked me 4 years ago where we wanted to be, I would have said that at that time when I started the business with my business partner, we didn't really know where it was going to take us. 10 new members of staff later, and with clients such as CNN, Time Magazine, I'm pleasantly surprised by the outcome. Where is the future? In one day, our business can be very different. One company can come along, like Cathay Pacific, who isn't our client right now, and say, we love what you've done for other companies, we want you to take on board our account. And instantly, that one account could take us global. So in a way, we're carefully, day to day, working on our present jobs and clients, and open for business for any opportunity that might come our way. People talk to me about Shanghai, how there is a desperate need up there for companies that care about the materials that go out into the market, advertising that goes into the market. So we have looked at that. It's complicated, ownership laws are complicated, but we'd love to do it. London, UK, of course I'm from there. So I would like nothing more than to go back and see my family and have an office there. We have looked at it. Once again, it's just a question of opportunity. So, I'm open for business. You never know what's around the corner. I have a work philosophy, and it's, from my perspective, putting every bit of effort I can into what I do. Whatever I personally do, or this company dedicates itself to do, we do it well or not at all. I like to be very straight with clients. I have to walk around Hong Kong, I have to walk around this city, and I want to hold up my head high and say that anyone that's ever worked with me, I've done all that I promised to do and more. So that would be my philosophy in business. I have to live in this micro community, as I mentioned before, so I want to be proud of what I've done, and when I pick up a newspaper and see an advert there, I want to feel like that I put as much effort as I could into that, and the company has put as much effort into it as it could for the benefit of the client and the benefit of our reputation. And I think I've lived and died